Alright, I got the Pollux 7 here. Look at this beautiful key. Let's try it. It works. Okay, let's try to pick this. I'm using this homemade tension wrench from a wiper insert. Okay, gotta be a little careful where to put it. Okay, and this highly refined tool, which is basically a precision screwdriver. And I'm gonna push on the pins and see what happens. Okay, so number one, stiff. Okay, now it moves. Nothing on 2, 3, 1, 2 is binding. Okay, I think I overset him. Right, he's fine now. 1, 2, 3, 4 was binding, he's fine now. You always need to go back through the pins, always. Whenever you set something, you need to go back, because they have a little taper on them, and they also have weird serrations, and they like to drop a tiny amount, so you have to go through them repeatedly. Okay. Okay. Now I think most of them are set, but here comes the moment when you need to push on them multiple times, and sometimes you feel that the core turns like by a fraction of a millimeter, and then you know you are on the right path. It looks like nothing's happening, but something is definitely happening. I can feel that the last pin is starting to bind a little. Not yet, but it's definitely not springy anymore. It's giving me some resistance. Okay, yeah, now I felt a little turn. Another one, maybe you saw it. I'm just gonna go through these once again, just in case, because they like that. Okay, this one is binding now. Probably the whole lock is now hanging on the last pin, so it's binding really hard. I need to release some tension. I will probably drop something. I didn't set him yet, there's no way, but I moved him. A little bit of push. Okay, I pushed him and the lock is open. Now it's like half open. I will finish the turn now, so you can see what happens with the pins. They will basically shift one position if I make the turn. Okay, how to do this? Look. Come on. Come on. Right, so see, this place is suddenly occupied by a key pin that should not be there, because the whole lock just shifted one position. I will show you what does it look inside. Okay, so let's get this gutted. It's a little bit of a weird and delicate process at the same time, so it might not be too smooth, but hopefully it's gonna work. Okay, well, the first thing I need to do is to remove this steel pin that holds the core. Okay, let me just rearrange this so nothing gets lost, like this. Okay, so I will prepare for this. Okay, so this is not exactly a nice process, but I think I could remove it by banging on the core with, yeah, it's coming out. sorry Pollux. Okay, so here's the steel pin that holds the core together. Now let's not fuck this up. Give me a second to think this through. Alright, yes, so I'm using this AAA battery and it's used to squeeze the both of the core parts together. Hopefully this goes well. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, this goes out. Okay. Now it's out. This can go here. Alright. Now we have these two parts. I really need to push them together hard because there are kinda long springs in there and they're strong. So now when I remove this top part, I will see springs, under them I will see drivers, and then I will not see key pins, but the key pins will be there, and you will see that one of the drivers is shifted and there's nothing under him because that's the one that got moved. Okay, so let's be really careful about this. Okay. Good. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the springs first. So they're not in the way. Let's just put them here. Okay. One spring is missing, but I don't want to move my hand, honestly. Okay, so this driver got shifted. This driver belongs to chamber 1. So I'm gonna grab him and put him here. This guy belongs to chamber 2, and so on. There is one driver in here, but he's too low, so I will take him later. So this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, yes, and now I will need the key in order to get to the remaining drivers. So let's do this really carefully. Okay, and see what comes out. Alright, so there's a driver sticking out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the one that goes in chamber 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. What the fuck? Actually, let me see. This one is in 7 for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one goes to 3. And this one has to go here. Okay, I hope. Anyway, now we have the drivers out, so can take a look at the key pins, and yeah, so this one, actually I'm just gonna show you one of the key pins because I don't wanna mess this up. Okay, so this is one of the key pins. There he is. So let's see what's inside. Here are the drivers. Okay, so this is a key pin, and you can see that there is a, you cannot see, now you can, there is a little taper on the top of that key pin. This is the driver. Okay. And they have these weird like serrations, and also on the both sides they are tapered, and that's why I needed to push on them repeatedly, because they, whenever I set some other driver, they basically dropped a little like fraction of a millimeter, but it went like it was interfering with the core rotation, so they had to be set multiple times. Some of these very short drivers are not tapered, and they do not have these serrations. You can see this looks pretty much like a standard pin. Maybe there's a little bit of taper at the bottom, but other than that they look a bit different. But whenever a driver is longer, it has both sides tapered, and there is also a serration. Okay, so yeah, well, this is basically the part of the cylinder where the springs are, and also the drivers. And this one has the key pins, and you can see that this is basically the face of the cylinder. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'll show you the key. Looks really nice. Very nice. There is another version of this Pollux called Pollux 7000, and it also has an interactive pin. I think it's somewhere in here, but this one does not have the interactive, but it's still a very nice lock, French lock, so as expected. This fin is the one that makes the turn, basically, that turns the core, and these ones, the other ones, are where the bitting is coded. Basically, you can see there are different lengths, and it corresponds to different depths of the chambers, not the chambers but the drivers. Alright, so thank you for watching. Pretty enjoyable pick. Not that enjoyable reassembly, because I have kinda bad feeling about that fucking pin 6. I don't know, I have to watch this video again. Okay, so wish me luck, guys, and see you later.